Hello everyone and welcome to the third day of our launch week. Today we are announcing the Prompt and Configuration Registry. One of the main challenges we're seeing teams building LLM applications have is the difficulty organizing all the prompts and all the prompt versions that they create. Usually the team has many people working on lots of prompts, lots of versions of prompts, and you end up with a lack of visibility of what prompts did we create, why did we change that, what's in production, and if we make some mistake in production, how do we roll back and what was actually the last thing that was deployed there? Well, Prompt Registry solves all of that. It provides you with one overview over all the revisions of the prompts that you have created, commit notes to see why they were created, who created them, and also lineage about what has been deployed in the different environment, production, staging, and why was that done. Let me show you how it works. So I've created here an example of a customer support agent prompt. And you can see in the prompt registry all the versions I have created. And for each one of these, you have commit notes explaining why. And for each one of these, I can see the prompt itself. And I can also see the model that has been used. So we save, in addition to the prompt itself, the model and any metadata like temperature and so on and so forth. So I have here an overview of all the versions, and I can select any two of these and compare them side by side to see what has changed. I can also go and deploy these to our environments. So I can select the third version and deploy it for development, for instance, and say, for example, trying concise note. Now, if I go to the deployment view, I can see the three environments I have: development, staging, production, and I can see the versions that have been deployed to that environment and the history of that environment. So one thing that we do is that we distinguish between the versions that we're creating in kind of development, we're experimenting, which is most of the artifacts that we create, the ones that are going to kind of development or production environments. So in this case, I can see I had three versions here. I can see their value, and I can also roll back, for example, to a previous version if we broke something. Let me try to do this. And you can see here now we have a new version, which is default for as the latest revision is in the development environment that includes the change that I rolled back. Now you can integrate very easily with this system using the SDK, either using Python, TypeScript, or direct API calls, and fetch the last version from an environment or a specific revision that we have created in the system and use it in my code. Now, one last thing. I've shown you how to version prompts, but the same goes with complex configuration, as we've seen in yesterday's launch with custom workflows. So it could be that my configuration has, like in this case, two prompts and parameters for RAG like TopK or tool descriptions. I could do the same workflow and version these, deploy these in Agenta. So that's it for today's launch. Stay tuned for tomorrow's and have a great day.